still don't think there's cloudcraft? It's pretty badass when you think about it, though. Probably should retreat back under the porch. I don't know. It's starting to rumble. Oh, I think I just see some lightning. Oh my god. That's amazing. Yeah, that was the ultimate. The ultimate. Are you kidding me? There you have. There it is. There it is. You see it. It looks like the fucking Star Destroyer, man, or something. That is amazing. I don't know what to tell everybody. Don't kill the messenger, man. I want to stop so I can load it because I'm afraid I won't be able to load it. Something will happen. They mess with you that bad. God, that was awesome.
So we know that the Bible was written based on the ancient Sumerian cuneiform tablets, and the Sumerian gods had a very similar story to Adam and Eve, or they seem to run parallel to each other. See, the Sumerian gods were genetically engineered just like us, though they were the perfect human hybrids that surpassed even their creator in all ways. And Enki, the Sumerian god, thought he was so powerful and strong and knew everything that he could go to this liminal, off limits place that humans and gods were forbidden to go, a off limits zone, because you guessed it, if you did, you would die. So Enki ventured to this forbidden place, but he ended up surviving, just like Adam and Eve when they were told by God that they would die from eating the apple. But when Enki made it back from this off limit zone, he was corrupted. And that sounds familiar, right? And I think that it wasn't that he was corrupted, he just found out what and who we are, and what we're living on, and this knowledge broke him, just like the knowledge of good and evil did Adam and Eve. See, I contend this liminal forbidden place that Enki went to out in the universe was pure source, and our minds aren't meant to handle all of the information of the universe at one time, because that's what source is. Because source lives outside of this virtual simulation, is more than likely the source of the simulation itself, hence the name source. Source is neither malevolent or benevolent, it just is. This event is what started the uprising of the Anunnaki gods, and the ET wars, and the eventual quarantine of the planet. I am under the impression that this event kicked off the genetic wars, and the war had really big ramifications for everyone on Earth, even the gods, when they were defeated by the creator ETs. They placed a trap over the planet, a planetary quarantine, to keep these gods contained in a never-ending reincarnation cycle that we were still living in to this day, so that we would be dumbed down through every incarnation, erasing our memories, effectively making it to where we can never rise up and figure out who we really are. That's what people are talking about when they say a prison planet. Earth then became a dumping ground for all kinds of different races of beings, beings that were too difficult to handle and deemed a product of a failed science experiment. This is where I think a lot of problems arise, and why we can't seem to get along is because none of us are indigenous to Earth, and our souls have been fractured out, living up to 12 incarnations simultaneously. We don't know who we are, where we're from, or what we are even doing here. Failing to understand that we are a spiritual being first, and getting us constantly looking outside of ourselves gets us locked into this 3D matrix reality. But the good news is that the quarantine reincarnation trap is being lifted, or has already been lifted. So this brings us back to the reincarnation cycle that's been placed here on Earth, this false light matrix reality. It's not just a false light, it's actually an artificial intelligence program, capturing and tethering our consciousness to it and distributing it as it sees fit. It was designed to create complete control here and after death, picking and choosing where we go without any reason or repercussion. So that would mean that everyone that was here on the planet at that time has been caught in this trap. That people that were here back then are still here now, mixed in with all of the new souls that's been brought in. There's only a few reasons for you to be here. You either got stuck here, you got captured and brought here, you're a threat to the system, a clone, or cyborg. And some of us will be able to escape this planet trap and ascend. And speaking of ascension, remember when I said earlier that the quarantine reincarnation trap has been lifted or is going to be lifted? Well, that's what ascension is. There is no physical ascension. Physical ascension is a fairy tale to make people feel better about their situation. It's not a thing, and it was never a thing. It's completely based on religious text of the rapture. The real and true ascension is a after death ascension. We are the perfect beings ever created. We descended from the gods. We are here as source to experience itself and experience its own creation, and to play the game to remember. That's what people are not understanding. This is a game with the ultimate goal of integrating back with it. Why would we need an upgrade? We've just been stuck here on this planet for thousands of years and have forgotten who we are. This is something that the dark side has known for a really long time, and they've done everything in their power to stop. What has 2020 basically been all about? Self-quarantine and self-isolation, right? Because they don't want us to ascend. They want us stuck here on the planet forever, never realizing who and what we are, with a very limited perception, with our consciousness being suppressed. It's a self-imposing system, just like everything in our reality is self-imposed.